الله. يعني هذا البيت الصيفي.
هذا بيت
في الصيفي يعني ولا هي ساكنه هنا؟
لا هي
دائما هنا ما شاء الله.
Oh, Hamza.
How you doing, Mom?
Very good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. This is Kaswara Al-Khatib.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet
from
you.
Jeddah.
Ah,
So I wanted to
fine, thank
Good.
you.
Alhamdulillah.
introduce you. So, unfortunately, the other person who's in the film, he couldn't come up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, he went up to Big Sur. But
that's
I
a nice
thought
place
we
to
could
be.
go see Kathleen.
Well, why don't we walk up to the lake? It's so
Okay.
beautiful out now.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
walk up and
Okay,
see her.
sure.
Good to see you, Mom.
طيب احنا يعني حاليا معنا والدة الشيخ حمزة.
نعم. إليزابيث. نعم.
وهي ما شاء الله عمرها كم شيخ حمزة؟
84.
84 ما شاء الله. الله يديها الصحة والعافية إن شاء الله ويخليها ليكم يعني بإذن الله. Elizabeth, thanks for giving us the opportunity to come and meet with you and ask you a little bit about Sheikh Hamza and his background. You have a beautiful place here. I mean,
Thank you.
And as they say, we are a reflection of how we were brought up. If you can just tell us, how was Sheikh Hamza as a child? I mean, when he was young and growing up, how was he? What interested him? What kind of interest he had?
Well, specific things I remember. One, he was very curious.
Yeah.
And he was always asking why. He always wanted to know why things were. And he was never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
When you answer one question, he had another, just one after the other. And he was a great talker.
Mm-hmm.
He loved to talk and loved to ask questions, and he had great adventures. He was an adventurer. When we would go out, Hamza somehow wandered away because he saw something to interest him.
Mm-hmm.
And for instance, when we were at the fair, he disappeared, and the rest of the children and I went all over looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
When we finally found him, he was sitting with the police officer eating an ice cream cone. So, he would just be an adventurer and take off. We were always looking for him. And one of the things that really stood out in my mind, I've never really gotten over, was when he was about 11 or 12. He was an avid reader, and he told me that he had read War and Peace. So, I assumed he'd read a comic book story of War and Peace, or it's a long book. So the movie came out, the Russian film, War and Peace, and I think it was 3.5 hours, and there was an intermission in between. So I took him to see it, and during the intermission, he was discussing the difference between the book and the film.
Wow.
So I was convinced he'd read it. I was very impressed. So, and the other thing I do remember is that he had such an incredible sense of balance. He was just a tremendous athlete. It's sort of just natural. And he went skiing. He skied the highest slope as soon as he got on, as though he'd been skiing all of his life. And he played football and baseball the same way. Whatever he did, he just seemed to already know how to do it. So.
And he's one of how many?
7.
He's one. Okay, and his ترتيبكم شيخ حمزة كان؟
He's the middle child.
He's the middle child. ما شاء الله أمة وسطة. ما شاء الله تبارك الله. And was he any different than the rest of his brothers or?
My sisters come.
Different. And the other thing, he had the most wonderful smile. When he smiled, his face lit up. It was like the light just went on, and people loved to watch him smile. It's just an incredible just a lightening up of his whole countenance. Yeah.
And did he have any special interest in religion specifically, or in the Arabic language, or something has to do with the Middle East, or when he was growing up, or not really?
Well, I think my son used to play Arabic music, and he listened to that a lot. They used to listen to music together. Yes, and he did say that listening to the Arab music tuned his ear into the Arabic language. But they listened for hours to.
Yeah, and this was like way before you.
When I was like probably about 8 or 9. My older brother, because my older brother actually plays the oud, and he always loved Middle Eastern music. Yeah.
It was Easter week, and it was also Passover, and so they had a weekend celebrating Passover, Easter, and Islam. The weekend of Islam.
Ramadan, I think.
So I asked if he wanted to go.
It was actually Hajj, because they showed us a film on Hajj, so it was the big Eid al-Kabir.
So we went for the weekend. It was, so
we've actually prayed
we
in
did.
the mosque. We did wudu and prayed. Yeah, I mean, my mom's idea, she exposed us to all the different religious faiths, and even though we were, I mean, the church we went to Baptist church, we went to Unitarian church, but we were baptized Greek Orthodox. But my mom was never sectarian. She never liked the idea of well, what do you think? You kind of always...
Oh. Well, I guess maybe it was organized religion.
Yeah, just the idea of having a fixed... So she...
Yeah. Well, I grew up, I actually was baptized in a Greek Orthodox church.
And my mom grew up strict Catholic.
But I grew up going to a Catholic school because there was not a Greek school. And I love Catholicism. I loved it.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, this is Kathleen.
Hi.
This is
Kathleen,
my older sister.
Hi, Kaswara.
This is
How are you?
Kaswara.
How are
He's
you?
from Saudi Arabia.
Pleased to meet you.
So, do we want to get another chair? Yeah, okay.